The defense has rested its case in the trial of two Aurora paramedics accused of killing Elijah McClain.
He is the 23-year-old black man who died after a violent encounter with Aurora police in 2019 when the paramedics injected him with ketamine. On the final day of testimony, the defense zeroed in on standard of care and protocols of Aurora Fire Rescue, specifically if Jeremy Cooper and Peter Cichuniec's actions were in line with what they're taught. An EMT specialist testified that they acted appropriately and that they provided McClain great care. It echoed what both men tried to tell the court yesterday when they took the stand themselves. Your reporter for Aurora, Kelly Worthman, has been following this trial for you, joins us now and reports on that this case is expected to be in the jury's hands by tomorrow.
Do you ever have any intention to harm Elijah McClain?
No, ma'am.
What were you doing?
Well, we're there to help. We're there to follow our protocols, get him to the hospital. That's what we do. That's why we're in this career. We're servants.
When paramedics Jeremy Cooper and Peter Cichuniec took the stand in their own defense, both told the court they had no intention of hurting Elijah McClain. Rather, they were there that August night to help.
We needed to tend to Mr. McClain, and we needed to help him as soon as we can.
While prosecutors spent 7 days calling witnesses to argue the Aurora Fire paramedics did not follow medical protocols and the dose of ketamine they gave McClain is what led to his death, defense witnesses called over the last 4 days suggest otherwise.
Did you see any decision or action made by the paramedics that evening that you thought was outside, in your opinion, was outside the standard of care? No.
How much ketamine McClain was given was brought up in daily testimony. He was given the maximum dose based on what Aurora Fire paramedics were allowed to administer in 2019. An amount Cichuniec told the court was because of McClain's agitated state, saying it was an effort to save McClain's life.
In this case, with excited delirium, suspected excited delirium, it could kill you. And if we don't work fast, he could die. I mean, time is of the essence, so I went off the training and went up to 500.
Now, prosecutors were denied any rebuttal witnesses, but the defense also denied their request today of having the second-degree assault drugging charge dropped. So, Karen, that means closing arguments will happen tomorrow.
And Kelly, we know with the Christmas holiday right around the corner, how could that impact jury deliberations?
Yeah, well, the judge expects closing arguments will take about 3 hours tomorrow afternoon. So really the case should be in the jury's hands by the end of the day. But the judge did say deliberations likely wouldn't start until Thursday. So if jurors cannot come up with a verdict by Friday, then they'll have to resume the day after Christmas.
All right, Kelly, thank you.